listen, if you're in a relationship and you love this person and you got something that's not quite right, you work on that.
Yeah, and that's really one of the big keys to relationship success is learning how to overcome conflict together. People who have what we call a growth mindset when it comes to relationships have the happiest, healthiest, long lasting relationships because rather than looking at a challenge as the end or a sign that things weren't meant to be, they see it as an opportunity to overcome an obstacle together and grow together. And that can improve and enhance the connection you have with your partner.
I mean, so many. I mean, look, we're scratching the surface of this, and again, I think it's so important to a healthy relationship. When you look at the stress, I always say to my friends, jokingly, but not really jokingly, life is hard. Life is challenging. You know, I remember when I was a little kid and you really didn't have much responsibility. Maybe feed the dog and make your bed and you go to school and that's it, right? As you get older, life becomes challenging. And I think your sexual relationship interaction starts to take a back seat and it really should be at the forefront.
Absolutely. It's very easy for sex to fall to the back burner for several reasons because you're juggling so many things for one thing. Another is that many people see sex as something that happens at night, like it's the last thing you do before you go to
Right.
bed. And people tend to be pretty tired, and
Right.
odds are somebody is not going to be in the mood and it's going to feel like work. And so that can lead the sex life to really fall off. And so you have to really make it a priority. I think a different way to think about good sex is that it requires effort. It shouldn't be effortless, or rather, it's not normally effortless for
Right.
most people. And that's just one of the keys of a relationship is being willing to put the work in to make it work for you.
Well, listen, Justin, a lot of good stuff here. We may have to revisit this on another episode, but some great stuff. And I appreciate you spending some time educating me and educating the listeners because it's fantastic stuff. Where can people find you? Because we're hoping to open Pandora's box with these conversations, get these conversations going with your significant other. Where can people find you?
I run the Sex and Psychology blog and podcast at sexandpsychology.com. And my goal is to provide the sex ed that you never got in school. And there's practical information, educational materials on there. You can find links to my books and follow me on social media where I am providing daily updates on what's going on in the world of sex that you can use and apply in your own life.
Thank you. That was it. I mean, a lot of good stuff. I feel better about now. I mean, I appreciate stuff like this because I think it's going to allow me to even have better, not so much my personal life, well, that too, but with my patients. I think having this understanding, and I appreciate you because it's going to make me a better doctor by discussing these things. So thank you very, very much.
Thanks for having me.
Wow, great stuff. Important stuff. Critically important stuff for a good relationship, and I think it oftentimes goes undiscussed. So now for the weekly RX, a lot of great information. I think the top of my list is communication, and I think communicating with your significant other and letting them know how you're feeling, so important. If you care about your relationship, communicating that with your significant other is critical. I also like the idea of expanding your sexual menu. The idea of what sex is can be a lot more than what people think. And lastly, plan it out.